Hey guys, this is GamerCal. Welcome back to another Pokemon Violet's Wonderlocke episode. This time we're taking on the Psychic Gym, which will involve a Nemona fight beforehand. We might take on the Ice Gym as well. I'm kind of not planning on it because it is going to be relatively long to do that. But considering the way the level stuff jumps from here, and how well placed we are against the ice stuff anyway, it kind of feels like I should. Yeah, we get badge number 6. Not even a 10 for trainers to take on. Yep, fair enough. In the top 10%, huh? Thanks. Please. Uh-huh. Go on, you know the drill. We don't even get the illusion of choice this time. We have to fight. But that's okay because we don't really have much of an issue on this one. Always important to check one environment. Yeah, I wish there was environmental stuff with these. Like, that could have been really cool, right? Imagine if this place had psychic terrain, for example. Like, yes, it would make the gym fight a bit stronger, but that's okay. It's the 7th gym. It's supposed to be good by now, right? And I mean, like, the ice gym can have snow for this stuff, right? If it's blizzard conditions. So, you know, I think that should have been a thing. Anyway, we are dealing with Wonderlocke over here. It does a reasonable amount of damage to begin with, to be honest. So, thankfully, bulk up should mitigate stuff here, and we are going to go for the setup stuff. As before, it only did 40 damage, so a crit would do about 60. So we are completely fine at the moment, and we know that one substitute will be good to go here. The obvious problem would have been that we could get flinched by the rock slide, but since we didn't, should be good to go from here. I don't anticipate needing too many turns to set up here, so we might just do one more round after this. Like, we need to substitute next turn because we are going second against it after all. So our sub will break this turn, and then we immediately set it up again. And from there, I think we should be good to go. Honestly, +2 is probably fine. Like, I don't anticipate there being too many issues with that. So yeah, and there's the crit, so substitute mitigating that is pretty good. There was a chance that maybe it could have like super high rolled into KOing from 73 health. I don't think that would have been the case. I mean, we're at 83, so we would have been fine, but you know. Okay, and at +2 in the defense total, let's see, so it would do about 20. We can afford to bulk up one more time. We can't get flinched behind the substitute, so there's no issue with that. Now, bulk up being a +3, I don't believe we should be getting our substitute knocked out this turn, because our sub has got 40 HP. It did 40 damage at neutral. We are at +2, we have double defense, so that would do about 20 damage. And now at +3, it's 2.5 times defense, so we should still have a couple of HP left on this sub. And from there, we basically just win the fight, right? Because we have a substitute, we have a +3. I guess it high rolled. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It's probably not an issue, but yeah, stung. Uh-huh. Certainly did. But I think it's going to be okay. Like, we've got 73 health, we're at +3 defense, so if she sent, I think she probably would want to send in Pormont here. And that should be fine. Swagger, not really needed. I mean, at +3, I would still expect to survive the Pormont. Yeah. Maybe it's a little bit riskier than I think it is, though. Does it have double shock at this point? That would be the one thing that would give me cause for concern. I don't have my session stuff up here, so need to check on that, I suppose. Well, I would, but it all disappeared. Does it have double shock at this level? I don't think it does. We should be fine, right? I just don't want to risk. What would I even switch into? Because I don't have the ground type on the team at the moment. Maybe I should have bought Donphan. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. I think we're fine. It's only got Spark. Okay, that does like nothing. Is risking the crit, but yeah. Oh, Body Press doesn't KO though. Irritating. Okay. Well, if I'd have known that, I would have substituted up, but I didn't know how much it was going to do, and well, now I can't substitute up, so there we go. Take it out. I guess it's not a problem on the crap bat. We may have to switch out after all with the stuff here. We'll see. Anyway, Kevin getting Iron Defense. Good if you've got Body Press on it as well, but we don't, so not really going to worry about that too much. So next on in is Sliggoo. Sliggoo probably doesn't have anything too dangerous. I really want to say we should just be safe enough to Drill Peck and should get the KO here. Yeah. Honestly, I probably should have Drill Pecked the Palmont as well, because it is same type bonus and it's neutral, being electric and fighting. So, like, I should have considered that. Circle Throw is a kind of interesting move. I guess I could teach it. It's not really necessary, though. It is basically Dragon Tail. It forces the opponent to switch out when it hits. Just kind of cool, but it's like -6 priority. Not that you're expecting to go first with a Spidops, but still. And Quaquaval coming on in here. I think we're faster than this. If not, we should be like really close, I'm pretty sure. And even at that, it is a physical attacker, so we are +3, right? It's losing its weakness to flying. So maybe I'm risking a little bit here, more than I should be. But I think we'll be okay. So let's just take a look and see. Oh, we're not faster. Okay. Well, this Aqua Step is gonna hurt then. Maybe. We'll see. What have we got? What have we got? Damage-wise... 24, okay. It's really if it crit that it would be a problem, right? We don't KO though. Wow, maybe I should have tried to set up a bit further. This is becoming scarier than it has a right to be. Is there any reason to switch? There is a reason to switch out. Like, Kevin can take it from here, and I don't want to risk getting quick kill by Aqua Step because this thing is too important. Like, as a Pokemon, Corviknight is way too integral to everything going forward. Whereas, yeah, this even I mean, oh, I actually think I needed to switch out because of Torrent Boost, right? I didn't really factor that in. So, good job that I did kind of switch out, because it is 50% stronger than it was before. And that might have been enough to get the KO, to be honest with you. Okay, so not a clean sweep with the Corviknight here. I was expecting a little bit better, not gonna lie. Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen next. It could have been a crit kill. Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more, but I guess I maybe overestimated it very slightly. I don't know. It is what it is. But the next gym is, what, level 44? Is it 44? I think it is, isn't it? Going back through... No, it's 45. It's the same as the Quickie Nerve Titan, but that's an L for me. Uh-huh. So, yeah, we'll be okay no matter what here, I think. Just 2 gyms remaining. This is the last time we fight Nemona before the very end as well. So... we'll be good to go that way, and we are at our reasonable level here. Oh, I guess I could show the Lucario stuff. I went for a special attacking one this time. It can do both, but I think I'd prefer the not lowering of defenses, like, because if you use a physical one, you kind of want to use Close Combat and Meteor Mash, one of which lowers defense, one of which is not 100% accurate. It does have a really, really good physical move pool, though, so I absolutely could have gone down that route, but I think this is going to be a little bit better overall, so this is what I'm going for here. As far as what we're going to take into the gym, I really want to bring low kicks to this lot. We'll keep Harrier here, because of the fact of it resists a lot of the moves from this gym, and we'll keep it available. But I really want to bring low kicks. I think it's going to do fantastic here. So that's going to be our main shout for now. Means a special kind of exercise, the emotional spectrum practice. This was so unbelievably laggy in the original game that, like, even though it's a reaction-based thing, it's too easy to be that much of an issue. But I always felt like I was just incredibly slow during this. Obviously, getting older, your reactions dull a little bit, but I used to be pretty good at this sort of thing. And yeah, she lost to the fighting type person, lost to the psychic type person. Who would have guessed? And yeah, so now she's at a beck and call. So yeah. We have to deal with that side of things now. So, get the gym test started. Body and mind are indeed going to be ready. So, yeah. So the idea behind this is that we have to press the button, the appropriate button for the stuff. You don't get penalized if you do it incorrectly. You just have to press it correctly beforehand, like at the end of it all. So yeah, so you just press the thing, and then it's a very goofy one. Oh, see, I pressed the wrong one, but it doesn't actually matter here. So wait, and the thing is, I could never hit one of these before it got to like a third of the bar going through, and I was like, there's no way I'm that slow at this, right? But I really feel like it's because of the lag. And you see, there's no lag to this anymore, so I get most of these much quicker. It really doesn't matter that much, and you can see just how freakishly fast the AI seems to be at this. But yeah, it feels like I'm actually... Oh, I pressed the wrong one. See, that sort of thing could be, yeah, a bit of a mess up for it. That's all good. Such perfect power of expression, huh? Yeah, I wouldn't call it perfect. I definitely messed that up a lot. But it's all good. So yeah, then we get to do a couple of battles in the meantime here, so we will go ahead and do that. One thing that I do find kind of interesting with the moveset on this thing is that you actually do get access to Leech Life with low kicks. So it could do a healing thing of some sort. I'm pretty sure it can have Swords Dance. So that could be a potential option to go like Swords Dance, Leech Life stuff for this. Might be what I want to do. Tinted Lens is a little spooky. I think I will actually just U-turn here, because if it doesn't KO, like I expected it to, crit probably didn't matter. I expected it to KO, but if it didn't, I don't want to take a Dazzling Gleam or a Moonblast or something like that on our Dart type here. So, you know, switch out there. If you're wondering why it's got the Cobra Berry on and that we're shifting items around, they just haven't changed it back. It should be the Amulet coin going in here, to be honest, but I didn't change it, so whatever, who cares? They just get a bit less money for the stuff here. And yeah, like I said, it just feels a little, it looks a little bit better. It's still goofy as hell, and it's one of the sillier, definitely one of the silliest of the gym challenges. Oh, wrong one. I just want to default to press the A button, dang it. I've not memorized these as to which color goes to which button, so it's, you know, I've still got to keep looking as well at which one does what, especially for the Y and A button ones. So there will be times where I just press the wrong thing because I don't know them. I've gotten a little bit better with that, but, you know, it's not the sort of thing you really need to memorize, obviously. The other thing is, because it doesn't lag as much anymore, this goes by a lot faster than it used to. So, like, it takes about 2/3 of the time that it used to do, I think. Which is kind of wild. Like, it's already done. I feel like we would have been here for another minute if I was still on the Switch 1. Don't give up hope yet. We got one more fight to do. To go strong, build up muscle. You might be a little bit late for that, sir, but you could probably still do it. I believe in you. Alright, so Grumpig might have Power Gem, but I don't really think that's going to KO us here, so we'll just go for the lunge, and I mean, I'm expecting low kicks to do good things here. It is quite powerful, just over 100 base attack, I guess. It's not the strongest, but it's certainly good enough, and speaking of Moonblast, kind of funny that Altaria still gets that. Medicham coming on in here. This guy is not weak to our moves, but it is vulnerable to having its attack dropped. So we will go ahead and dunk that, and we should survive. Well, we would survive any hit, I'm pretty sure, but special defense rose sharply, not something I care about. So into the Pokeball with you. Get out of here. He does have one more to deal with, and that is Indeedee. Yes, Indeedee. The only two things it's weak to are the two types that we have same type bonus on, so get lunged on, I guess. Yep. Not a problem in the slightest. So yeah. And we get a new move here as well. Is this going to be, yep, First Impression. Very, very powerful attack to have access to. Only problem is I'm not really sure exactly what I want to use it in the place of. I guess Lunge is probably fine? It kind of feels bad though, right? But First Impression U-Turn Sucker Punch is a great combination, and we do still have Throat Chop as a reliable same type move that we can use. Because of Tinted Lens, we basically don't need other moves, really. Because I don't think anything 4 times resists both Bug and Dark. I don't think that's possible, since Steel is no longer resistant to Dark. So we will always have something that hits for neutral damage. So unlike Spidops, for example, who does the same basic sort of moveset, right, but does it so much weaker, we just don't need coverage. Anyway, let me see real quick. Can you actually get like Swords Dance? Yeah, you can. So you could do a Swords Dance Leech Life moveset with this as well to keep your health up. I could see that. Like Swords Dance, Leech Life, Sucker Punch, and Throat Chop would be completely fine. But I really like the priority on First Impression. I don't think it's going to be used here though, despite how good it looks. Solely because I don't think we really need to use that in this one. I'm kind of tempted to go with Urmi here. The thing is, I don't think it's going to be that good because I remember the first one is Farigiraf that has Crunch. So it has super effective coverage against this. I don't really think that's going to be the best bet. So I think, as boring as it's probably going to look, I think the idea to play safest here is just going to be set up again with the with our dearest friend over here, the Corviknight. Honestly, Corviknight could probably just solo a lot of the stuff that we have left here, so it may be coming into quite a lot of the fights. Not all of them, mind you, but it may be coming into quite a lot of them as the main idea here. I'll get things moving on my end. Yeah. So here's Tulip. Naturally beautiful, indeed. What a new eyeshadow color. Uh-huh. She's a very busy lady, that's for sure. The Medicham kind of following her around with the stuff there as well. Yep, 2 phone calls going on at the same time, huh? Definitely a busy lady. Yep, hello. Yeah, Tulip! Very good supporter card that just doesn't really have any place in the main TCG stuff. It's a recovery card for Psychic Pokemon and Energy. It's really nice. But yeah, the other thing that's notable about it, because of her accessories on the dress here, actually do have sound. So the flaps of them, you will hear them. It's very silly. So yeah, she starts with Farigiraf, and this has, like I said, it has Crunch, which is about the only move that it could use here that'd be any threat, but we're just gonna do the usual here. because we have mirror armor, we don't even have to worry about crunch defense drops. So, like, they will get reflected back. It does have reflex, so we will be stalling the reflect timer out here just to make sure that we can drill peck everything for lethal, basically. But yeah, I don't really see it being able to do any significant damage here. Of course, we resist Psychic, so yeah, there's nothing really dangerous about this one whatsoever. Even if it crits, it will still only do about like 40 damage looking at that, so it can't break through, basically. So it's more or less just stall out the reflect timer here. Because we go first as well, it's even more potent for it, and as you see, mirror armor reflects the defense drop, so it's a 20% chance to happen. And it's like, if we have substitute up, then there's no defense drop possible, so it actually favors us not to set up substitute right now until the very end of this, because like, who cares, right? So I believe there should be 2 turns of reflect left here, right? Because we've used substitute. We've used this 4 times. So let's just check. Oh, there's only 1. Okay, never mind. So we'll substitute now, because +4 should be enough here, to be honest. I know I've been kind of overestimating this thing's power just a tiny bit throughout some of the fights so far, but I'm pretty sure with a substitute up as well that there's not really going to be any problem here. And yeah, if you want to play safe in this game, it is very, very easy to do so, where by the time you get some strong stuff for it. Really, the hardest part of these is like the early game and then the end game stuff. I will say, I'm pretty sure Blueberry Academy is going to be absolutely ridiculous though, so I'm not really counting everything out just yet. But so many of these late fights can be set up on because the AI doesn't ever switch. But the thing you've got to keep in mind is that Blueberry Academy is all double battles, and double battles are much, much harder to do this sort of thing on. Anyway, Psychic coming in, probably not going to break the substitute. We do have a decent special defense stat after all, so yep, easily tank that. The one thing that Altaria does much better than Corviknight for this sort of setup stuff, by the way, is that Dragon Dance increases your speed. Like, we are getting outsped by the faster mons and stuff here, and that can cause some problems. Gardevoir coming on in here. I don't know if this is going to be faster than me or not. It is not. Okay. Hey, that was considerable. Gardevoir's speed is technically higher by base than Corviknight. I have a tiny bit of investment, if I remember rightly, but yeah, like 76 speed EVs, so I did put a little bit in, but it could have still been faster, to be honest. Just as hard to get rid of this caked on mascara, I see. Yeah, also, this rain was not here at the start of the fight, so even though it will show up in the preview thing, just like we've demonstrated before, it is not actually live at the moment. And yeah, she sends out a Fairy type to Terastalize it into a Psychic type, which, I mean, Florges is a fitting Pokemon for her to have, but this is one of the worst examples of Terastalization in the Gym Leader setup, to be honest. We are faster still, so we will get our Drill Peck off, and at +4, yeah, everything just dies in one hit, so that's to be expected, to be honest. Again, we are very much, like, it is very easy to like cheese the setups if you want to with the stuff here. Snake, it really wants to be low kicks, doesn't it? First impression, Sucker Punch, U-turn, Throat Chop. It really wants to be low kicks, but it just can't be. It is not anywhere near good enough to be a low kicks thing. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, your beauty rival's even my own. How about that, huh? Yep. To work on myself. There we go. So, we'll give the badge, and we'll get the pose that we are trying to emulate, but it's a little bit difficult. It's a good picture, that one, though. Yep, Pokemon have up to level 55. It'll be easier to catch and listen to stuff, so yeah, we're basically... everything that we could get now should be fine. We do get the TM for Psychic as well. It's one of the reasons we haven't been able to get this one elsewhere. The same with Shadow Ball, actually, from Montevera. you couldn't get that one otherwise because it is a gym thing. Dazzling Gleam is another one that's kind of like that, which is irritating. Because that is, like, the fairy TM. I really wish Moonblast was a TM at some point. Maybe that'd be too strong, but I think it would be fine. Anyway, here's a small child. This is honestly really silly. Yeah, we haven't met. This little lady is Sunny. Good with Pokemon, even, yeah. Oh, wow, oh, wow. Well, I think the Pokemon on the Team Poppy are really strong, too. Like, really strong. Yeah, she is one of the Elite Four. Well, I'm one of the Elite Four, so I'm more amazing. Like, despite her looks, apparently she's, like, supposed to be 9 years old. But no, she is 4, let's be real. This is just like... I mean... I know she can talk better than a 4-year-old can, but... like, come on, she is not 9 years old, I'm sorry. I just refuse to believe it. Alright, now the gym cap for the level cap for the next gym is 48, but honestly, Corviknight is so strong that I am pretty sure we can just do this gym as is. Like, I think the only thing I maybe need to do is to teach it Iron Head if I have access to it. If not, Steel Wing will be fine. But if I have access to Iron Head still, then we will use one of those. And I do, okay. Yeah, so I think this is the only thing I really need to do here. Why can it get... Wait, I just... Hold on, why can it get, like, Light Screen and Reflect? I have never seen that before, but you know what? It's actually going to be kind of useful. So, we will teach that instead of Body Press here, because Iron Head is going to be good enough for this gym, right? I mean, that's the thing with mono-type gyms, you only really need one move type to do it with. Now, just in case things go south, I should equip myself with a little bit more reliability on the stuff here. So we will go ahead and bring on as well. Probably should give her leftovers. And honestly, with Flash Cannon, O'Donnell should be totally fine here. So just on the off chance that things go a little bit south, we will do that. And realistically, it could only really go south if we have a freeze here. As you can see, it is snowing, so the ice-type stuff is going to be a little bit more powerful for thing here. Snow increases ice-type's defense by 50% and also gives them perfect accuracy on Blizzard. That's the concerning bit, because the first mon does have Blizzard, and could be kind of annoying that way. But yeah, we'll survive, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we might as well just do this now, because it really isn't going to take that long. There's no trainers to fight on this one. Yep, finally time from the last gym, indeed. Even though it keeps an eye, yep, go find us so we can cheer you on together. Woo! Yeah, we'll do that. So let's go ahead and take on our final gym. Registered as challenger. We'll have to pass the test, which is the Snow Slope Run. I actually really like this one. It's awkward to control, but it's just kind of cool. You ride your Pokemon down the slope, and it's just a fun concept. Yeah, now the snow is really picked up. Yeesh. So it's definitely going to be those conditions to go down here. Yep. So task is to ride the way down the course. And you actually do, once you're done with the gym stuff here, you can come back and do harder versions of this course as well, and get a couple of rewards for it. And by harder, I don't really mean it's like impossible to clear or anything. It's more just it's a longer course, and you do have to go a little bit further with it. It can be a bit tricky to get all of the slalom stuff right. But yeah, essentially this is a Pokemon slalom, and it's kind of neat. If you miss one of these, you will take a time penalty. So obviously try not to miss them. But clearly for the gym challenge itself, there's not really going to be any sort of danger of that. Because it's a very short course, it's only really going to last this next corner here. But it's just kind of fun. Yeah, it is a little awkward to control though. You do have to, especially to get the proper speed up, you do kind of need to sacrifice your handling, if you will. But that's just how it be. But yeah, nice and straightforward, easy enough to do for the thing here. It is just a fun one for the last bit. Best slide I've ever seen. So yeah, we can go ahead and take on the gym now. And let's see Corviknight dominate one more time. I would take the Salazzle with us here because I did actually get it set up, but it doesn't have Flamethrower yet, and I kind of don't want to teach it because I've only got one copy of Flamethrower left here. I could buy them, but that means I've got to go and do more Blueberry quests. Kind of don't want to do that. So it only has Incinerate, and I think it's just a little bit too weak at the moment for doing that. Anyway, this is our gym leader. It's a Satotl. Except not really. There you are. Yeah. I will admit I did not realize this was a guy at first. There's a couple of designs in these games that are like that, but like genuinely speaking, just did not realize this was a guy. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, tries to do the whole like cool ice thing and be like, you know, everything is dangerous and end in an instant sort of bit. Yeah, we definitely do want to fight. So I mean, the whole thing though is that Grusha did have an accident that forced him to give up his snowboarding career. So like, that's where his take on reality has kind of come from at this point. But yeah, not a problem for us. And it looks like it isn't snowing actually, so we might be able to get some misses going on after a little bit here. Because if we go into the thing, there is no conditions going on. So good. All right, let's set up that light screen that apparently we can learn. Because it'll be really good against the Blizzard spam coming out from Frostmoth over here. I probably do want to set up the substitute as well here because I don't want to risk a freeze, but 41, we do tank that. If that is a roll, then it's unfortunate, but like, our substitute does have more HP than we just took in damage, so with any luck, that was like either a high roll or we just don't. Yeah, that's really good. We don't take a loss on a substitute here. Now Blizzard only has 5 power points, so from here we should be completely safe with it. We will just set up another substitute this turn because we expect it to hit, and once it runs out of Blizzard, it doesn't have any move that can hit us, so we'll be completely fine. So we just have to set up from here. And again, as per usual, I think plus 3 or 4 is all we'd really need to go for. It has used Blizzard 3 times now, so that's perfectly fine. It'll probably want to Tailwind again this turn, because Tailwind running out means that it is actually slower than us at this point. So they'll probably want to set that up again, because the AI does love to have speed advantage where possible. So we'll anticipate that. Yeah. So that's fine. And then it has 2 uses of Blizzard left. Our light screen is going to wear off here as well, I think, though, right? So could be an issue. Because now it definitely KOs the sub. But we can just substitute in anticipation of that. It only has 2 uses of Blizzard left. So we can chain substitutes here. We'll go down to really low health, but we can chain them, and we won't have an issue there. Oh, although there is one problem with that. its other move goes through Substitute, so probably don't want to set it up here. Yeah, we will just go for the bulk up. It hit 4 out of 5 blizzards. I'm actually pretty impressed with that, to be honest. 70% accuracy, and it did almost hit all of them. But luckily, missing that last one means our Substitute will stay intact for the rest of the fight now. At least for the important stuff. So, should be good to go. Because its only other move is Bug Buzz, which we do 4 times resist. Take a little bit more damage than I would like off of it, but we do 4 times resist it. So from here, I think everything is all good to go. So we just need to see the Tailwind run out here, which I think is the turn for that. Yeah, Tailwind peters at this point, so rather than letting it set up again, we will just go from here. We are at +4, Ironhead should get the KO on everything from here, so we'll just do that. And I don't really anticipate any other issues coming in, so should be fine. Level 48 now, so we are appropriately at the level cap at this point for this fight. Bear Tick coming on in, freaking bears! But we're at +4, so who really cares? It is also slow, so we outspeed it. And Ironhead will take it down in 1 shot. And he only has 2 other Pokemon. See, it's still just, I don't know, I'm sorry. It's not meant to be offensive or anything, I can't get it out of my head, I don't know why. So, whatever. So Titan coming on in here, this thing is so cool, by the way. I really like this Pokemon, I just wish it was a little bit better. Yeah, obviously outspeeding it, KOing it with Ironhead, not really a problem. And the last one, we should definitely KO in 1 shot as well, so not a problem. Casual reminder that you don't have to stay at the level cap during the fight, so long as you are within, at the level at most by the time you start the fight, that is fine. So even though we're technically level 49 now, it really doesn't matter. So Ironhead gonna come on in here. Situation could change in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, Altaria is not a particularly good mon to have as your ace in most situations, so it's like interesting in how defensive it is, but like changing your dragon flying type into an ice type, not the best trade-off. It's still weak to rock is one thing after all, but yeah, it's obviously dying to Ironhead here as well. Did I need to set up this many times? No, but I did need to make sure the Tailwind ran out, so I don't regret any sort of decision stuff with it there. Just had to play safe enough to make sure that we were fine. Zoom in on the Substitute. Yep, so we break through the ice, and we get ourselves our last gym match. Just like how I used to be, So we get our 8th gym complete. What a photo together, absolutely. Special occasion, huh? Alright. There's another reason, again, I'm sorry, just another reason, just the thing with that one. Anyway, we can catch any Pokemon at this point. They'll listen to everything you say, whether it's cool or not. It is totally always cool, let's be real. And we get ourselves a TM that you actually can buy out of the school store in the terrarium, Ice Spinner. Very, very good move here. 80 base power, it's a physical ice move, and it lets you destroy the terrain underfoot as well. Which is really, really good in competitive play, because Rillaboom and used to be Indeedee, now it's Miraidon, is absolutely everywhere. Hello! Yep, we did it! Woo! Most impressive. Ha ha ha. Yep, we beat every single gym, which means the next step is to go to the Pokemon League. Except not really, because we still have some stuff to do in the meantime that is appropriate level-wise. Because the gym itself, the Elite Four itself is at 61, 62. Nemona herself is 66. So these are basically the end game goals for what we have here. So we do need to kind of keep that in mind and keep stuff in check, if you will. Yeah, Nemona, the final fight, is the first time where Hydreigon might actually be usable. Because it is level 64 is when we can get that, and she is the only end story bit that has that as its level cap. So yeah. Anyway, let's swap over. We have 2 encounters to get. I am not necessarily planning on using these at this point, but better safe than sorry. I might as well get them ready, because especially if they're interesting ones, because they could actually prove quite useful in the long term. I don't think very many encounters at this point are going to be too necessary for the remaining battles that we have to do, because we have Corviknight, obviously, and Corviknight is especially good against the next thing as well. I'm gonna see, maybe I don't use Corv for the next one, but it is definitely possible, because the next one is the fairy stuff. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Corviknight just ends up coming in there too. Comfey is something that I am intrigued to set up at the very least, though. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not really sure. Again, Comfey, I'm thinking possibly could be useful for the second encounter of the next thing, which is the fighting base. So we might just get it set for that. Ah, okay. Well, it's another fire type. That's our third one now with a bit. Is another Route 1 encounter, I know, but Talonflame's still kind of decent. You know, not the best thing out there, but it does have Swords Dance, so it is potentially fine for that. So, alright, you know what? It could be better, but it could be a lot worse, so we will take that, and, you know, maybe I'll set it up. I don't know. Gale Wings is still a really good ability, so it could well be set up. But yeah, we'll just have to see. As for our second encounter here, is it any good? It is Veluza. There's another water type. We haven't had one of those in a while. Water and Psychic. Does have its own signature ability, or signature attack, I should say, in Fillet Away. But I'm not really sure that's going to be too useful, because it's a Belly Drum style one. Oh, this is from a Terra raid. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so just to I think it's got, yeah, Fillet Away. You halve your own HP, but you get a 2-stage boost in attack, special attack, and speed. It's basically not belly, it's basically Shell Smash, but instead of losing defenses, you lose HP. I think losing defenses is generally the better one, but I suppose you could set your HP up so that you consume a citrus berry immediately. Also, this one has his hidden ability, which, granted, I've been kind of lackadaisical on that. I've been using hidden abilities anyway, but this one is especially good because it's sharpness, which gives you a 50% boost to all of the slashed here attacks, as well as Sacred Sword, but this thing doesn't get Sacred Sword, that's a Gallade thing. But yeah, it gets 50% more power on its same type moves, which is really good. Can you learn Swords Dance, actually? Maybe that would be... maybe that. It does not. Okay. But we can get Flip Turn, which is pretty cool. I like how I can get Expanding Force just because it's a Psychic type. A lot of them do. Drill Run is pretty good. Just doesn't get the sharpness boost, but it is still quite strong. Night Slash I did see in its learn set there. Maybe it would need to use Fillet Away then for its setup potential. But this is a decent Pokemon, for sure. Again, anything that's got 105 base power, same type moves that don't have a drawback is at least worth considering. And Aqua Jet is decent priority-wise as well. Its stats are just maybe a little bit lacking, but I'm fine with setting one of these up. Could be pretty good. Alright, this has been Gamer Cow playing the Pokemon Violet's Wonderlocke. Until next time, when we look to finish off the Team Star stuff in the next one. Until then, take care.